Terry, for this enhancement 19-120, which is looking for the contracted number to be served and being able to measure that across different fiscal years. As we were about to start development on this module, we realized that some recent enhancements we had already put in place for the custom form fields module would make this a possibility. So the good news on this one is the coalition would not be charged for the estimated development time that we had planned on this. I think we had 28 hours set in place for this feature. The good news is it already exists. So I'm going to show you how it can be utilized today. So if I go to the dev site and under programs, go to form designer, right now we don't have any form fields or any sections defined for the dev site for Broward, but I'll show you here how to create one. So I'm going to create a new section and make a placement of 1. And here I'm going to say allow multiple. And that is going to give me the ability to create multiple entries for each program that we're linking this with. So here I'm going to put as a title, let me put this contract served. And I know that's not a very good description of a name there, but I'm just selecting that for right now. But again, the only difference I did here was allow multiple. I set that to be yes. And I gave it a title, and I'm going to go ahead and save this section. Now, the first thing we want to do is, because now we're capturing these fields at the program level, and I selected to be allow multiple, which is you can see here with this tag. I'm now going to add the fields that we want to capture. So in this case, I want to capture the fiscal year. So I would just do FY. And here for the field type, I want to select a query lookup. Because that's what I want to use to capture the different fiscal year IDs that we can then use for reporting. So I've got a query already here. Let me copy it here. And in the query path, now this is a field that's only available to some members. Not every member or any system administrator can select or enter value into a query path. We've got a few restricted in Broward and Miami, and but most likely, most of the time it's reserved for WebAuthor developers because you're making a query directly to the database. So in this case, what I'm doing here is in a query lookup, we want to pass, we can write any query in here, but it has to pass back 2 columns. The first column has to be value and label. And it doesn't have to be in that order, but as long as that query returns value and label, it will be used to populate the entries on this field here. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And now we've got fiscal year. And now let me add another one here. And maybe I might want to capture the number of children. So let's do here. These are going to be like the total children served for every fiscal year. I'll make it a numeric field, and I want to capture it as an integer in the database. And I can go ahead and hit Save Field. And I'll add another one here just to give you an idea. So we'll do adults, make it a numeric field, make it an integer, and go ahead and save it. So now we've got fiscal year, total children, and adults. And if I want to, make an update, I'm going to go to this program I've looked at recently. And if I go to modify, at the bottom, we'll now have a section here called contract served. And so I can go and hit add more, select the fiscal year, and put in the values here for the contract number to be served. And I can add another fiscal year, select that, and now these values will be available to me that I can query on for any other reporting and things like that. So it's a feature that already exists. We just made some minor tweaks to how you can design that in the form area for the custom fields, and now you can use that in any program and without incurring any additional development time. All right. If you have any questions, let us know.